Well, we all know Sadiq Khan, the two-faced mayor of London who's ruining the capital city of this great nation. The guy who goes one room, one side of London, saying, I am a progressive liberal, I love my rainbows and unicorns and free ice creams and police cars and nurses clapping and dancing on TikTok. Then he goes to different parts of London, sits in a mosque with his friends, and goes completely regressive because tradition. So again, he's under fire because of the traditional parts of his culture that goes around to mosques, and he only talks to the male parts of the audience, and decided to use Ramadan and all these every sort of occasion that he goes to mosque as mayor, not as an individual. I don't care what you do in your personal life. As mayor of London, goes there, makes political speeches. He wouldn't call them political speeches. He calls them, oh, it's just about me telling them that I'm the mayor of London and I care about them. Then he goes around, and of course the local elections are coming up, and he's been criticized for using this platform to only talk to men, so that these men could then go outside and talk to their wives and their sisters and their daughters about how to vote, I guess. I heard, I was sitting there and the mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, came and told me about these things. So I'm going to basically now tell you what he told me. So this is the state of London in 2023, where traditions, I don't care about all that stuff, but if you're two-faced, like Sadiq Khan, that's my problem. If it goes to Soho and London Pride and with all the rainbows and the rainbow flags and everything else like that, then he goes and spreads all this other nonsense about being regressive in the name of a culture that is completely keeping us backwards. Yes, London is supposed to be progressive. London is supposed to be advanced. You completely ruined London. If you really care about London, if you really care about British values, then you would do something about this chaos. Every single day on the streets of London, this time a police officer was attacked. This is like you're crossing the line. This is supposed to be Sadiq Khan's police force. He's supposed to be in charge of it. He's supposed to be the commissioner of the London Metropolitan Police. Yet, he's too busy just going around taking selfies and hiring more PR officers so that he could, post more posters and pictures across social media and the London Tube. Everywhere you go, you get the Mayor Sadiq Khan. We've never had this in the history of the London mayoralty, where the Mayor of London posts something, like a poster or whatever, and then signs it with the full name. They always say the Mayor of London, not Mayor Sadiq Khan. That continues to be absolutely annoying. Also, I'm just very, very outraged because I live in the area. On Oxford Street, we've got the flagship Marks and Spencer's, and this very, very old school, very nice build. Well, it's okay. It's not the best building, but it's supposed to be. There's got aspects to it that keeps London. You think that's not the best building, right? It's still not really Buckingham Palace, but that's turning into this. Yeah, welcome to Sadiq Khan's London, guys. This is what we are dealing with. And he was supposed to be stopping this instead of actually pushing it. So, broken promises. London is no longer London because of this guy. And now we have to listen to someone who is completely a massive hypocrite, pretending to be a liberal progressive. And on the other hand, he's the most backwards person I've met in politics. One of them. There's a few of them. But we're going to come back. We're going to have a lot of news updates for you guys throughout the day. So subscribe to the channel. I'm going to come back. I'm my Tousi, and we are the media.